Hello and welcome to another edition of Exotic Gardening UK, Yorkshire Kris Weekly. We're now at the start of June and it's very warm now. We've got beautiful warm days. Might not be sunny all the time, we've had a few showers, but it's really good growing weather. The night's nice and warm. And a little bit belatedly, I am planting out all the tender plants. So behind me I've got the cannas here. I've got the brumansias, I've got the unset bananas by the side of me. I've got another canna just behind me as well, a bird of paradise. And in my hands here, I've got the colocasia, fontansii. And I'm just about to plant this out in this well-prepared soil that I've weeded, and I've added loads and loads of compost, and I will add some fertiliser afterwards as well. And this is going near the big tree fern that will be kept well watered, and this will like a lot of water as well. So I'll just dig a hole here, so quite close to the edge, but not too close to the edge, otherwise it will dry out too quickly. And if we just pot this out, hopefully, as you can see, yeah, we've got some good roots here. If I wanted to, I could separate this into 3 separate plants, but I'm actually going to plant it as a group. So I'll just make that hole big enough, bury it a little bit, and then just put the compost and soil around there. And then I'm going to give that a real good water, and I'm going to also add some plant food. This is all-purpose continuous release plant food. So when it's warm it releases the nutrients, when it's cold it doesn't. And this will feed the plants for about 6 months. So I'll just basically, it's a new one this, I'll just take off the seal and then I'll put the plant food just a little bit like that. Work it into the top of the soil and then water that in to feed the plant. This is a canna that I've been after for quite a while now. This is Canna Cleopatra, and it's a bit of a chimera. By that it means it doesn't stay stable, so it's not just green, it's not just purple, but the leaves can be green, purple, or a mixture of both. And the same with the flowers. The flowers can be completely yellow, red, speckled, or stripy. It's a really interesting canna. This one's been grown on in a greenhouse for a while, so that's why it's already pretty large and already flowering. So it's a really good plant, and this will bulk up and fill this area by the jungle hut nicely over summer. It already gives a bit of stature to this part of the garden. Right, so I've planted out a few hundred plants now for summer bedding. And most of them are pretty small and don't look that interesting at the moment, but they'll quickly bulk up, especially things like the iraceme and the Solenstormen here. They'll bulk up, and within just 2 or 3 weeks they'll fill most of the soil, and then by July it'll be an absolute sea of colour with foliage and flowers from the brumansias, the zinnias, and the cannas as well. So that is a big job done, and now for this to establish I've got to keep these really well watered. So if it doesn't rain I'll water these really well every sort of 2 or 3 days until they get established. And then I'll be feeding the plants, so the bananas, especially in the cannas, will get lots of fertiliser, organic fertiliser. There's plenty of manure and compost in this soil. I'll be putting the chicken feed down as well, and the multi-purpose granules that I showed earlier. So that's a lot of the bedding planted, or pretty much all of it for this part of the garden. Quickly walk down. I've filled up most of the space, still some gaps to fill. But you can see it's set for the summer.
There are lots of flowering palm trees in the UK, You can tell if it's a boy or a girl by the flowers. This one is a girl because it has no pollen and it's greenish yellow. And this is a male because it has lots of pollen and it's got bigger fluffy flowers. And this is a flowering and this is a flowering Chimaerops.
And this is a flowering volcano. And this is a flowering cerifera.
This is a cabbage palm.
It's not a tree palm,
But it's got lovely flowers that smell like vanilla.
but it doesn't look much like a cabbage.
This is our biggest flowering Trachycarpus and it's called Rocky.
Right, now the garden's set for the season. Everything's planted out, done a few hundred plants today. The weather's nice and warm, if a little windy. And now that's the end of the series of Yorkshire Kris Weekly. I will be back with regular videos, but it won't be in this format. So I'm going to do videos on different plants, with different videos and different plants. I'll do my summer walkthrough of the full garden as well. And I'll also have the regular update on all different species of Trachycarpus palm tree. So that's it for this series. Hopefully your garden's set up for the summer now. It's just time to watch things grow and enjoy the garden. Join me next time, and if you haven't done so already, please subscribe with a link below. Thanks for watching.
I just dug up a weed.